شبات شلوم خیلی خوش اومدین. تبریک بسیار زیاد برای خانواده گل تربتی و خانواده عزیز گوئل. خیلی خوش اومدین، مبارکتون باشه، عروسیشون بگیرید. beautiful. من پرسیدم که اسپیچ رو به فارسی بگم یا انگلیسی. مادر عروس ها گفت به خاطر جوونا به انگلیسی. اینه که منو میلا کنید. سعی میکنم یه مقدار فارسی هم بعداً بگم، ولی بیشترش رو اختصاص میدم به انگلیسی انشاءالله که منو میلا میکنید. So this Shabbat is the Shabbat of Parashat Lech Lecha. Parashat Lech Lecha is the beginning of the journey of Abraham and Sarah. This parasha is always read in the month of Cheshvan, sign of Scorpio, this challenging month that we are in it. It's the story of Abraham, it's the story of Sarah. Lech Lecha means move on, get out, go on. It seems like God tells Abraham and Sarah to leave, to get out, move on. And at this moment in history, the name of Abraham is Avram. His name doesn't have the letter He that we usually pronounce. And Sarah is Sarai. Her name is without the He. But then their name changes in this parasha. Avram gains the He, Sarah gains the He, and they become Sarah and Abraham. We may think that this is the story of Sarah and Abraham, and we read it every year. Every year in the month of Cheshvan, we read their story, their struggle, their challenges, and it's an amazing story. It's a beautiful story. But we learn in Kabbalah that our Torah is not a storybook. Even though on the surface it seems to be a story, it seems to be a life of patriarch and a matriarch, and it's amazing, and there is a lot of lesson to learn about their life. But Torah is beyond that. Especially on Shabbat, the reason every synagogue in the world, from Shiraz to China to Japan, Europe, Israel, all the synagogue in the world, they read this section of Lech Lecha. And there is a purpose for it. It's not just to repeat the story that we read so many times, but there is an energy force. There is a gift. There is a gift in this reading. What is the gift? What is the secret? What is the energy behind this section, Lech Lecha? Going out of where? We know that at this moment, Abraham has a beautiful house, huge house, in today's Iraq. He has wife, but no children. Sarah is not capable to have children. Physically. We read in Talmud, we read in Midrash, we read in Zohar, that Sarah just didn't have difficulty of getting pregnant. She didn't have the vessel, the physical vessel to get pregnant. Abraham is an amazing guy, full of love, full of kindness. He's a leader. He's the only one who believes in God. And he has no children. And then God comes and tells them, Lech Lecha, get out, move on, leave your house. And they do leave. They leave. They don't know where they're going. There is no map, there is no GPS. They've just been instructed to go out. What's interesting is that Abraham is the astrologer. He understands the power of stars. He understands astrology. He looked at the star and he saw in his mazal, in his destiny, that he is not going to have children. And he also understands that Sarah is not capable of having children. So after he leaves, God tells him, come out from the tent that you live in and look at the stars. Look at the stars. And Abraham comes out, and it says in Midrash that God took Abraham above the stars. Imagine today we use spaceship to go into the space, to go beyond the stars, beyond the moon. It says in Midrash, and this is fascinating to learn, to understand what is behind what Midrash is talking about. God takes Abraham above the stars. God took Abraham from this physical, illusionary world. In the world that there is chaos, in the world there is limitation. He takes him to a different realm, to this realm that is beyond time, space, and motion. It's beyond limitation. It's beyond physical boundaries. So Abraham is in this space, in this consciousness that sees everything, sees beyond the limitation of the physical world. He sees everything. This Shabbat, in the middle of the month of Cheshvan, we see so much chaos in the world. We see so much challenges in the world. We have personal chaos, personal challenges. We have global chaos. We have global challenges. Nobody can see what tomorrow is going to bring. Every day we get up and we listen to the news, and it's always something happening. There is the word of uncertainty all over the world, in our personal life, in the global state. We don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. We pray, we ask, so things will be all right. Why? Because we are stuck in the physical world. We are stuck by our five senses. We see, and we believe what we see. We believe what we hear. And we get stuck in this illusionary physical world. But God took Abraham above the stars. He showed them the reality. You know, we're all born under different astrological signs. You might be a Scorpio, you might be a Libra, you might be a Pisces. And we learn in astrology that we're all influenced by the stars. If you were born in the month of Nisan and you're an Aries, your character is quite different from those who were born in the month of Adar and they're Pisces. People who were born in the month of Cheshvan are different from people who are born in the month of Tammuz. We all have different characters. And we learn in science that we are influences by these stars, by these planets. Even Earth has the power of its own. We call it gravity. So the influence of the stars impact us at the time that we are born, and we behave in a certain way. We think there is destiny. There was a destiny for Abraham and Sarah not to have any children. She was physically barren from having children. She could not have children. And Abraham saw that from the stars, from astrology, that he is not going to have any children. So how could he become the leader of the nations? And then God tells him, come out, leave, let me take you somewhere. Let me take you to this realm of consciousness that is beyond physical illusionary world, that is beyond mazal, that is beyond qismat. It's beyond destiny. It's where nothing is impossible. The realm of miracle, the realm of creating miracle in our life. Abraham saw what he couldn't see in this physical world. Abraham came out of the focus. He saw the bigger picture. He saw everything. He realized who he is. He realized what his potential is. What's going to happen. He saw it all. Above the star. At one moment, he was beyond the limitation of the influence of the stars. And his name changed from Avram to Abraham. And we know what the hay is. Sarah, her name changed. All of a sudden, everything changed. Because Abraham saw something beyond this physical realm of illusionary. And this is not about Abraham. This section is not about Abraham and Sarah. It's not a story. It's not a wow story. Look what happened to Abraham. This is what's happening to us this Shabbat. All of us, we're going to receive this energy, this extra hay, which we know is the Sephirah of Binah. It's a total understanding. It's a total understanding. Not only Sarah and Abraham receives this gift, this energy, we're all going to receive this gift and this energy. Lech Lecha is for the whole world. Come out. Get out of focus. Get out of this stupid physical world. The reality is beyond this illusionary world. There is a higher purpose. There is a bigger picture for the whole world. And this is what we receive this Shabbat. The whole world receives this phenomenon, energy, understanding. And there is a bigger picture. There is a bigger picture in our purpose of being in this world. Not just this limited, illusionary world. All the men will become Abraham. All the women, all the ladies become Sarah, from Sarah. We all gain this consciousness, this Shabbat. You know, every time we pray Amidah, and I announce it, we take 3 steps back, and then we take 3 steps forward. For the longest time, I didn't know what the hell we were doing. What is the point of going back and going forward? Why we sit, why we stand up? And then I learned in Kabbalah, that when we pray, we are supposed to pray in Bet HaMikdash. So, right before the Amidah, the silent prayer, where we get to the realm of Binah, this realm of understanding, we want to get to that realm. We want to get to the realm that Abraham got. So what do? We take 3 steps back. We say we leave Los Angeles. Then we take 3 steps forward. With the first step, we go to Israel. Second step, we go to Yerushalayim. And the third step, I always announce that we are in Bet HaMikdash. But isn't Bet HaMikdash destroyed? Wasn't Bet HaMikdash burned some 2,000 years ago? So why are we saying Bet HaMikdash? Because the Bet HaMikdash that was destroyed was a physical Bet HaMikdash, was an illusionary Bet HaMikdash. The real Bet HaMikdash, the perfected Bet HaMikdash still exists for those who connects to this realm, this understanding, this consciousness. So if you take it seriously, if you truly believe in what you can receive today, you can be at Bet HaMikdash every moment of your life. You can connect to this realm of perfection every moment of your life. This parasha has 100 verses. We know each parasha has its own verses. They're not all the same. Each parasha has its own number of verses. This parasha, 100 verses. And Lech Lecha is 100. The numerical value of Lech Lecha is 100. And for those who come to the Kabbalah classes, they know what 100 means. 10 times the 10 Sefirot. A perfect word. A perfect consciousness. A perfect consciousness. This Shabbat will connect to everything that is perfect. You know, when God tells Abraham, come out of your tent and count the stars. You know, if God comes to you and tells you, no, look at the stars and count the stars. Count the stars. My God, how many stars there are? Do we start counting them? Or we say, are you kidding me? There's so many stars. You want me to count them? How can I count them? How can I physically count the stars? How can I physically, it's possible to count the stars. But you know what Abraham did? When God told him to count the stars, he came out and he said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He counted the star. Why? Because he believed in what God told him to count the stars, because you can count the stars. You can control the stars. You can control your destiny. It's in your hand. When we say we take 3 steps back and 3 steps forward and you are in Bet HaMikdash, if you truly connect to this consciousness, with the 3rd step, you are in Bet HaMikdash. You are in this perfect world. Just do it. You know the Nike commercial ad that it says, just do it? Just do it. Trust it. Trust yourself. Your potential is not about finishing the job. It's about starting, stepping into it, having certainty that I'm going to start. I'm going to start counting. I'm going to start controlling what I can control. And everything is going to fall into its place. Abraham didn't know he's going to change the world. Abraham didn't know. Sarah didn't know she's going to be the mother of all souls. She didn't know she can change the whole world. But she followed. She believed. She had absolute certainty that if God tells them to count the stars, I'm going to count the stars. Zat Hashem, with the zuchud of these 2 angels, Sarah and Miriam. Sarah and Miriam. Miriam is actually the reincarnation of Sarah. So they're twins. There's no coincidence. You didn't name them Sarah and Miriam because you thought these are 2 good names. They were injected into your consciousness to pick these names. Because comes a Shabbat of the year 5779, and these 2 amazing angels are going to be the conduit to bring what Sarah is all about. Congratulations.